pull the right, identify a high quality person, but if you were to think about it from your own perspective, how would you think about like finding a high quality person?
I think not only the reviews, which I think are good, but samples of work are excellent.
That's something that you'd ideally want to see posted on their kind of profile beforehand.
Sure. Yeah.
And in terms of thinking about like how much this actually impacts you, is it something that's challenging for if there were to be like another solution that improves dramatically, would that be by itself enough to like convince you to think about another platform?
Did you ask if it's challenging enough that we'd think about another platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay.
What is it then? What will make you go to another platform?
I suppose if we couldn't get what we needed, that the quality of people was low and the ability to interact with them was too cumbersome, we might explore another platform.
Okay. Got it. So basically, you wouldn't leave the existing platform unless there were problems started piling.
Exactly.
And then now I'd like to talk a little bit more about, as we think about like pricing for this. If you were to think about these platforms, I know that you mentioned that 20% isn't too bad, especially given like the benefits you get. If we're to think about like a couple of different ways of doing pricing, do you think that kind of like work-based pricing makes a lot of sense, or would you prefer like a mix of like maybe let's say 15% transaction, but also or 15% transaction based, and then there's maybe like a $100 like platform access fee or something like that?
Maybe. I don't, it's not really a big pain point, so I don't think about that so much. I mean,
Okay.
I think we feel that the benefit is strong enough that it's not informing us that like, oh, we would like a design differently. And
then in terms of pricing, if you said a lot of the values kind of come back. Let's say instead of there was the pricing wasn't okay, we'll match you and then you have to pay 20% on like whatever you pay for. What if it were instead like you get a match and you pay a certain amount for the match, like for just getting matched to a person, and then after that you have maybe like a 10% rate? Would that be preferable to the flat price of like 20%?
I think I'm neutral on that. I mean, in one, we're paying up front, so that you're kind of taking a little bit of upfront risk about it, as opposed to saying that we pay for what we get.
And then in terms of kind of, you mentioned that sometimes people will go off platform to other companies. If you think about that 20% rate and, the value kind of coming from the match, if there were kind of like a tiered system where like for the first couple of hours, it was at 20% and then kind of after that it started to flip to like a lower, maybe 10 or 5%, do you think that would encourage people to stay on platform more?
Yeah, sure. I think it would. Yep. I think you're right.
And then in terms of other services that you think would be beneficial, if there were like, let's say a surcharge to allow for, more effective tools for file transfer kind of thing, that'd be something you would be willing to pay for if Upwork decided to offer, let's say, like, high quality video connection or like a strong file sharing tool?
Yeah, I think that has some value to it. Yeah.
Got it. I think that's about all that I had